This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, welcome back, everyone. You can call us here at 737-7767. We'd love to hear from you, love to talk to you. We are talking to Chris Peterson with the Upper Cumberland chapter of the NWTF, and he's telling us a little bit about the NWTF now. Now, we know that 11 cents out of every dollar is going back to Edgefield, South Carolina. That helps run the whole marketing and everything for the 501c.
Yep.
It is a nonprofit organization. All they do is help chapters, and not just help chapters, they help states reintroduce the wild turkey.
Yep.
The only ones that doesn't have one right now that I know of in the United States is Alaska. It's the only state left that does not have a turkey. Now, they've got turkey chapters in Alaska, but they don't have turkeys, okay? Hey, we'll figure that out later. Right. That's just another thing. But what people don't realize is that the NWTF has got their hands in just about every aspect of conservation for our states. Mm-hmm. And I personally know of several wildlife management areas, WMAs, that were purchased with NWTF dollars. Yep. That was given back to the state from the NWTF, was given back to the state to do with what they needed to do. And I know a couple of places like that were purchased with that money. I'm not quite sure, but Mark Jackson once told me about how many acres that the NWTF has helped purchase here in the state of Tennessee, and it's a bunch.
Yeah, well, it's just like a big project that is just finishing up at North Cumberland WMA, to where, you know, they went in, they created land access, did about 4,000 acres worth of habitat improvement. There's a big
they're planting pines.
There's a big shortleaf pine project going on right now, to where there's been about 1,500 acres of seedlings put out. I mean, all these dollars go back into the local areas in many different forms. You know, most of it in land acquisition, land improvement. And
people might ask, Chris, why a pine tree? But I happen to know for a fact that all the time those pines are growing, they're allowing a safe haven for deer. You know, they can get in there and just disappear. How about quail?
Quail, and boy, we need help.
We need help with quail.
That's right.
And so here's an opportunity for, and then when they get bigger, the undergrowth that lies up under a pine thicket, you know, is rich with habitat for quail and dove, rabbits, and chuckers, and rabbit, and everything else. The woodcock, I see a lot of woodcock when I go to pine thickets because they like to live in that area.
That's right.
But so it not only helps the the turkey, but it helps everything. Every aspect of wildlife.
Yeah.
So it's, I want people to understand that, yes, it's a banquet. Yes, it's a moneymaker. Yes, they're trying to raise dollars, but you need to know where those dollars are going. That's
pretty good investment. 89 cents every dollar goes back to you.
I don't know of any organization that can say that.
I don't know.
I don't know of one.
I mean, and you look at, I mean, NWTF does an excellent job with that 11 cents of the dollar that they operate on. Their marketing, their advertising, they just do a great job. But you know, the key too is, like we were just touching on, if we don't act now today, our grandkids or great grandkids won't be able to enjoy what we, and you know, they were talking about not only the habitat preservation, but just teaching kids about the outdoors in general, how to shoot bows, how to shoot guns, how to do things, because a lot of kids don't know that today. They stare at iPads and iPods, and you know, and we need to introduce that more. I mean, hunting license sales, fishing license sales are going down.
They're going down, and I want to bring something home for every one of you out there in our viewing audience. I want to know something, truthfully. Sit back and look on the couch or in your chair or whatever, and ask yourself, did I used to hunt that place over there, and now it's a gas station, or now it's a subdivision, or now it's an apartment complex, or now there's nothing but homes over there where I used to hunt? I want you to think about that for a minute. If every one of us is feeling that, I won't even say every one of us, if 50% of us across the state feel any inkling of that, do you realize how many acres we're talking about?
I forget the statistic of how many habitat acres we lose in the United States alone every day. Something
it's like 4,000 acres a day.
It's huge.
We're losing because of, and not to take anything away, people have to make money to live. So you got construction and all that. But at some point in time, we have to realize we're losing some part while we're gaining somewhere else. So that's the way Mother Nature is. You give to get.
Well, and it's a double-edged sword because we're losing the habitat, plus the number of hunters and fishermen and outdoorsmen are going down, as the license says. So
well, they don't have the property to hunt anymore.
They don't have the property or the means, and that's, you just touched on the two biggest causes of NWTF. That's our passion.
That's it. And that's something I think, ladies and gentlemen, we can get our teeth into and really gnaw on it for a little while and understand that everything we try to do for these chapters helps increase our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren an opportunity to do something that we love to do. And I know we do have a caller. All right, well, but think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just sit there and go, oh, he doesn't know. Think about what I'm saying, because I promise you there's a pasture out there that you've used to hunt that is now a subdivision or a mall,
abandoned
or something,
park.
or an industrial park, or a warehouse that has 100,000 square feet in it. I promise you, you know what I'm talking about. We have a caller, and Mike, how can we help you tonight?
Yes. I live in Lebanon, Tennessee. And I fish Old Hickory a lot.
Right.
Lebanon.
Right.
And Old Hickory is fished to death. It's one of the most fished, is most fished and is not restocked. So I didn't know how come it's not restocked, because it's hard to find fish out there. So I didn't know what to do about catching fish out there anymore.
Mike, let me ask you something right quick. What kind of fish are you talking about that you're seeing a decline in?
Bass.
Bass, okay. I will tell you this much, Mike, and we get inundated with this question a lot, and so does TWRA. And let me tell you, I've been with them. I've been with Tennessee Wildlife Resources when they do the shock boat. Do you know what I'm talking about there, the electroshock boat?
Right.
Well, what they do is they take a count, just like the biologists do for deer or for turkey. They take a certain amount of acreage and count how many turkey they saw or how many deer they saw. Well, they do the same thing, only they do it in feet. TWRA will take a section and run that shock boat over a certain number of feet, and then they tell how many fish they've found in that area and the species, whether it be bass, crappie, bluegill, whatever. I've been with them, and we went behind two guys that were fishing, bass fishing, and they were in a good area. They never got a bite, never caught not even a hit. But the biggest bass that we shocked up weighed over 8 pounds.
Right there the whole time.
In 150 feet, we had over 400 bass that were shocked up. So is the question, is it that we don't have the fish? Or let me give you a better question. Are we not educating these fish to where they know that hurts if I bite that?
Yeah, pressure. Yeah.
Pressure.
I don't think Old Hickory has the fish, because it's fished to death.
It is, but I'm going to tell you something else. So's J. Percy Priest.
Well, see, I don't fish Percy Priest because y'all don't have floating docks down there, because my dad has a bumblebee with a 150 on it, and there's a lot of those docks that don't have floating docks.
Well, look at them now. They're floating down. The water's rising. But you're right. You're right. But let me tell you something.
Want to take his boat into the gravels.
Yeah, that's true. But Percy Priest, I have to tell you, is just like Old Hickory Lake. It is one of the most highly pressured fishing lakes I've ever seen in this state. It is nasty, but it's got a lot of fish in it, and people are catching a lot of fish. We hope that helps you out. We got to take this other call right quick.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. And we have Chase. Chase, how can we help you?
Hey, Hugh, man, I got two questions here.
Sure.
The first one is, can you locate a turkey out of a boat, step out, and hunt it?
Yes, as long as it's like a Corps of Engineer or a wildlife management area, you can. If it's public access land, you can. You can't do that to private land if you don't have permission.
Right.
But you can go through there and you can locate a gobbler or something if you hear him gobble. Yes, if it's a WMA and you have a permit, Type 94 permit, you can park that boat, tie it off, go in there and hunt that bird.
Yeah. Awesome, man. That's perfect.
Just
I
not from the
appreciate
boat.
that.
You're quite welcome. We hope you best of luck.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, my second question is, a few months ago you had an armadillo on there. On your coffee table. I was wondering if you still had an armadillo for sale.
Hey, where's he at?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to that armadillo. I do not remember no, somebody took my armadillo now. I'm telling you that. That was brought in by a guest, and they left with it.
I sure like that armadillo.
I did too, brother. I come from the state of Texas where there's armadillos everywhere.
So, he's got banana pudding tonight.
That's right. I got banana pudding tonight. I'll trade it for an armadillo. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Chase. And we had some great calls tonight. And but getting back, we got we got to do our tip of the week. She's telling me we got to do our tip of the week. Tip of the week is being sponsored by Davidson County Farmers Co-op, the co-op over there. Hey, I talked to Miss Laura today. She said, come on in there and see her. She's got a world of events going on at the Davidson County Farmers Co-op to help make your growing season even better. Okay? Let me give you a quick tip. If you're going and doing this running and gunning, let me tell you something. It's nice to take a turkey call, and I call about every 200, 250 feet, and I don't call loud. I start off soft and do it that way. But if you hear a distant satellite gobbler or a distant gobbler, give it just a little bit. Test it. Because I'm going to tell you something, a lot of people waste their time trying to call a bird that's going to run from you. He's never going to come in. So you will learn this through knowledge and through experience of doing it over and over and over again, I promise you. But a lot of times I will tell whoever I'm hunting with, there's no sense waiting on that one. He's not coming this way. Let's go on to something else. And then go about 200 or 300 more feet or yards or whatever, call again, find you a new bird. That's how you're going to be more successful. Don't waste a whole lot of time on a bird that's never going to come in, okay? Hope that helps you out. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, Miss Anna's in the house, and she ain't cooking this time. There's something wrong with this picture. We're going to talk about this later. Hurry back to more Southern Woods Water.